Start over again. Hello there, and welcome to JC's Success on Twitch Tips. Today we're going to be talking about how to choose a game that you want to play that's going to maximize your success. And I'm going to tell you something that no one else on YouTube is talking about. And I don't know if it's because they don't know about it or if they want to keep it to themselves. But I think it's a very valuable tip that anyone can use to very easily decide what game to play for their current situation. Whether you've got 0 viewers, 2 viewers, 5 viewers, 10 viewers, 20 viewers, 100 viewers, 500 viewers, thousands of viewers, this is going to tell you the best game for you to play at this current moment in time. So I'm going to go over to a tool that I like to use called Sully Gnome. And let me just make sure that it's coming through. Yeah, Sully Gnome. A lot of people will tell you to use twitchstrike.com. And I'll tell you why you don't want to use twitchstrike.com. So we'll pull that up too, just for the fun of it. Twitch Strike is a tool that a lot of people will say on YouTube and Twitch, because I've watched a lot of YouTube Twitch success videos, like, hey, go to Twitch Strike. They tell you what game to play and when to play it. What are the best games to stream this hour? But there's a major issue, in my opinion, with this, and that is the fact that there's no mention of what your current view count is. So what a lot of people won't tell you is that there is a tipping point for every single game on Twitch that has a steady audience of what your average viewership needs to be for you to be successful. And so what Twitch Strike is saying that you should be playing, if you click more what to stream, what Twitch Strike tells you to do is play these games. Poker, it's a little slow to load. They're going to tell you to play poker, they're going to tell you to play slots, chess, Super Mario, new Super Mario Brothers U. I think that just came out for Switch or something like that. It's got, okay, you've got your number of channels, you've got the number of total views, and you've got your ratio. And I believe the ratio refers to the number of they used to call this, I believe they used to call this, actually I don't know what the ratio is, because it's been so long since I used this. But you can see that the amount of viewers in the top 5% own 1%. So basically they're saying, like, if you have a smaller channel, you can survive here. But what they're not showing you is, like, what your chances of success are with your current view count. And we see some other ones. We see music and performing arts. Super Mario Maker, Legend of Zelda. And yeah, this tool is probably better than nothing, just to kind of give you an idea that, you know, you shouldn't be playing Fortnite. Overwatch, come on, really? Yeah, right. It just depends on how many viewers you have. I mean, you can't go in Overwatch with 0 viewers and expect to be found. With 2,133 channels currently live, you're talking about 5 to 15 minutes of scrolling just to find you if you've got 0 or 1 viewer. Right? So I'm going to tell you a better way. My better way that I found that has actually helped my channel tremendous amounts is the Sully Gnome Game Picker. So we're going to go ahead and type in, yeah, the first thing you want to do is type in your username up here in the top right. So we'll start with mine. I've got 1,208 followers. That actually is a little bit behind. I think I'm at 1,220 now. Let's check. I can check it here. Yep, 1,220, so. Okay, so here we see my home screen for Sully Gnome. You can kind of see my average viewers was a little low over the last 7 days. Of course, if we change that to the last 90 days, you'll see it go up to like 7 or something, which I just clicked. Everything's going a little slow because I'm streaming, but let me just close out some stuff that's not important. Yeah, so my average viewership for the last 90 days was 7. I gained 481 followers, but that's not why we're here. We're here to decide what game to play. So here's my big tip. You want to go here and click Game Picker. Now, since I'm currently in the midst of a search for my gamer tag, we're looking at the Game Picker under the context of my Twitch username. I think I said gamer tag just now. I meant to say Twitch username. So we're looking at the Game Picker tool under the under my Twitch username. So the reason that that's important is because it's gonna automatically populate this box of channel viewers. So my channel viewers over the last 90 days has been 7. That's what my average has been. And then this box right here is important because it says it's actually extreme. All this stuff is extreme. Don't ignore any of this stuff. Trust me. So this says show games played in the past 90 days only. So that's going to limit this entire list to games that I've streamed in the last 90 days. So that means you can't really do any discovery of games you haven't played doing this. But of the games that I've played in the last 90 days, here's what the most important thing you should be looking at is what they call the weighted estimate based on similar size channels streaming now. Now, why is this important? It's important because that weighted estimate is actually explained right here. So the weighted estimate is the estimate of how many followers per hour you can expect. So they're kind of quantifying things in terms of followers per hour. So what they're predicting that you'll get 1.11, that I will get 1.11 followers per hour if I stream Roblox with 7 viewers. And of course, if that number goes up, then that number will go up because of course I'll be higher in the directory. So let's kind of go through these columns and I'll explain everything in a way that makes sense, and you'll see why each one of these columns is extremely important. So estimated directory position. If I were to play Roblox with 7 viewers, I'd be number 26 or number 27, right? So that means if you're looking at the Roblox directory, I'll be on, and like you've got your browser wide enough so you can see 5 streams per row, then I'll be on row like 5. And some directories are better than others for this, but well, let's bounce over to the right a little bit. So yeah, before I go into that point, let me kind of go through these columns. So followers per hour for the last 90 days. This is for me and me alone. I've gotten 1.12 followers per hour over the last 90 days streaming Roblox. Okay. Then we have viewers in larger channels, 925. And by larger, they mean, you know, considerably larger than 7. Viewers in similar viewership, 110. So they're saying 110 people are viewing channels around 7. And then you've got viewers in equal or smaller channels, 283. Right? So you definitely want to keep an eye on this column, because you don't want to blindly follow this column, which is the weighted estimate, because, and you'll see why here in a little bit. But so we know by looking at this that 283 people are watching channels with 7 viewers or less. So that means the chances of us getting found playing Roblox, pretty good. Right? Because people are not just watching the one big streamer or the couple of big streamers that are in a directory and dominating, and then nobody else can catch up because nobody you know, because everybody's only watching that game because there's a couple big streamers there. No, this is gonna allow you to see, hey, I actually have a chance here with a lower viewer count. Like if you're starting from scratch, like I did, like you got to know this stuff. Otherwise, you're gonna have a real bad time on Twitch. Okay, so let's hop on over to this one, larger channels. So these three are kind of viewers, and these three are like how many channels. Okay, how many larger channels are there streaming Roblox? And by larger, it's like by view count. So 25 people are larger. Channels with similar channels. That's kind of weird wording, but I think they're saying how many other streamers are there with similar viewership? 16, and then 7 or less, 105. Right? So we're seeing out of 105 channels, they're splitting their share of 283 viewers. And that's pretty good odds. That's pretty good odds for sure. So let's move it on down the line. So that's Roblox. You can roughly expect, according to this, 1.11, and that's kind of backed up by these big chunky numbers here on the right columns, especially viewers in equal smaller channels and streamers in equal smaller channels. We know that there's some possibility there, and I've kind of verified that by playing a good amount of Roblox. So the next one, Marbles on Stream. This is just a community kind of game that I've played a little bit of. While playing this game, I got 1.05 followers per hour. No, I'm sorry, I got 0.8. Their estimate is 1.05 if I were to play it right this second, because this page is actually updated like every hour or so. 20 minute to 1 hour delay. So yeah, every 20 minutes to like 1 hour they update this page. So that's why you want to be checking this frequently actually. So Marbles on Stream, I've got 0.8 per hour. With their estimate, if I were to play it right now, 1.05 per hour followers. And then we see that the vast majority of people are watching in much larger channels than 7. But however, viewers in equal or smaller channels, we got 78 with only 19. So if you were to take 78 and divide it by 20, roughly, I guess that's like a 4 to 1. Pretty, seems like a pretty decent ratio, right? So you can see how you might get found there, as opposed to, and that's a free game too. Give it a try. Like, the viewers love it. I give away currency when I do it. If you've got a currency system on your stream, which I recommend, maybe that's a topic for another video. Sorry, I just realized I need to be trying to keep an eye on chat here a little bit. Yeah, okay, we're good. Alright. And the next one they're recommending is just chatting. But look at this. If I were to play just chatting right now, I'd be between 627 and 628. And I did stream just chatting recently. And this is how many followers I got per hour. 0. And they're recommending, if I play it right now, 0.35 per hour. Which means I would have to play for 3 hours to get 1 follower. So you can see that major drop off from 1.11 and 1.05 recommended to 0.35. It literally cuts my followers potential, getting foundedness and getting new followerness, and I'm just making up words, but it literally cuts it down to a third. Boom. So you can kind of see there's not that many major growth games. However, we see Survive.io. I've actually gotten 2.67 followers per hour playing this game, and I mentioned this in one of my other Six-ess on Twitch videos. If you are to play a game like this, and I tried it like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it's still this way, and you put follower games in your title, you're gonna get people hopping into your game, and then you say, hey, you want to play? Yeah, all right, follow me, and then you can click this link, and then I'll give you the link to join. Boom, follower. like that's how that's a good way to get followers right there. And then I played a ton of Halo 5 because I was trying to get really good, and you can see over the last 90 days I got 0, and they're recommending still only 0.19 per hour. That means I'd have to play Halo 5 for 5 hours to get 1 follower, right? With 7 viewers. If I had 7 viewers, I'd get 1 follower, and I would say that's pushing it, because I I remember I streamed Halo 5 for weeks, and I got 0 followers, and that's when I decided, like, all right, something's got to change, because I'm sick of getting no followers, right? I'm sick of having no growth. I've got to change something that I'm doing, which kind of led to me, making a lot of the major changes that I made, and kind of helped me get to where I am today. If you continue doing what you're doing, you're gonna get what you're getting. So, if you're unhappy with your growth, it's time to make a change. And yeah, watch my videos, and I'll help you do that. No one out there on YouTube has made a video about this game picker, and I believe it's the #1 tool you need to be using right now. So get on it, okay? Before other people see this video, you know what I mean? But please share the video with someone you love, because it really is an awesome tool. Okay, but we've only covered the half of it. There's still some really important stuff I want to show you. Alright, so the next thing is I want you to see what the difference would be. So let's see what that tipping point would be. Actually, I'll uncheck this first. So we're going to uncheck this box that says show games that I've played, because we're looking at JC6. We're looking at my stuff. We're going to uncheck this box so it's not just the games that I've played over the last 90 days. Now we're going to get the full list of Twitch games. So it could take a second. I'm pretty sure I clicked update table. Let's try. Okay, maybe I didn't. Alright, here we go. So, this is what it looks like when you uncheck the box. You're going to start seeing a bunch of games that you probably haven't heard of, because they're very, very obscure. And look at these numbers they're giving us. 4.67. They're saying if we play this game, and you can kind of mouse over it and see what it is, Marvel Contest of Champion. What they're saying is if you were to play this game for 1 hour, you'd get 4.67 followers, so between 4 and 5 followers. However, I don't think that you can trust this number, and they probably need to update the algorithm for this tool, because I've tested some of this, and some of these crazy numbers don't add up. And so if we were to look at this, we would see viewers in equal or smaller 6. So they've only got 6 people watching this, or like maybe 12 at most. And there's 2 people streaming this game right now, and there's like 6 to 12 people watching. Please tell me where that that 5 to 6 follower. I mean, let's just say 1 out of every 2 people or every 3 people who come to your stream end up following. That means you need like 10 to 15 people to come in an hour. I don't know. These numbers just don't add up. I think you need to really look at this column and this column, and look for games that have a big, proportionally bigger numbers than the one next to it. So let's, we kind of see this. We kind of see this number going down as we scroll down, but like all these numbers are kind of small. So this one, it starts to jump up a little bit. This game is called Assetto Corsa. Never heard of it, but you can see they've got 16 viewers over 6 channels. It's better, but it's not great. Alright, this one is our first candidate right now. It's Free Fire. It's called Free Fire Battlegrounds. Now I've researched this game a bit, and I want you to do the same, because what you'll notice is okay, so if you played Free Fire, you'd be in position between 8 and 9, so you'd be on like the end of row 2. There's 77 people watching, and remember, it's going by this number 7 up here. So they're saying 77 viewers are in streams 7 or under, and there's 32. So yeah, 32 streamers around 7 or under are sharing these 77 viewers. So about 2 to 3 viewers a stream. It's okay, right? But if you actually research this game and see who's streaming it, check this out. We'll do it live. I'm going to search for the game, Free Fire. Here it is, Free Fire Battlegrounds. Now, there's going to be something interesting that you notice when we pull this game up. None of these people are, very few of these people are streaming in English. There's only, let's see, I have the English filter on. Let me take this English filter off, and we'll see all the channels. I already know the answer to this. They're almost all streaming in Spanish. Or some kind of other language that I don't recognize. Even the people who have like English on their... How do I scroll down? This is weird. Whoa, Twitch, you just added ads at the top of your... Okay, that's new. But anyway, yeah. So we see a lot of these people are not streaming in English. So if you're an English streamer, obviously the audience is probably Spanish speaking for that game. So that's going to be a no-go for you. Alright, next one. Zombs Royale. This is actually a really good ratio, it seems like. Zombs Royale is a browser-based game, kind of like Survive.io. 28 viewers and 8 channels, so, I mean, between 3 and 4, 8 channels all have between 3 and 4 viewers who are 7 or below, right? So, just kind of going down this list, you'll see some standouts, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty World War 2 has some big numbers. So yeah, you want something that has like an actual community behind it. You don't want to go I would say nothing under like 10 or 15 in this column or this column. And as we scroll down, you'll see some more standouts. 47 and 19, whatever this is, Ace Combat 7. And like, you might be saying, well, I don't like those games. I just like to play Fortnite. That's my favorite game. Fortnite's my favorite game. PUBG's my favorite game. I only like to play Overwatch. Well, guess what? Do you want to grow on Twitch or not? You might have to make some sacrifices. Temporary sacrifices, and I'll tell you how that works here in a second. But you can kind of see some of these have low numbers, some of them have high numbers. And boom, we see Roblox with 283 viewers. Right? In watching 7 or below streams. Being shared by 105 channels streaming with 7 or below views. So the ratio is not great, but the community is definitely there. Here's another one, Beat Saber. You know what I mean? So... a lot of good ones. ASMR is now in this category, apparently. So, yeah, go through this list and check. Alright, now let me show you how this changes as your viewership goes up. So, let's just say instead of 7, you have 25 viewers. Let's see how these top few games change. All of a sudden, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 is your number 2 game. That'll put you at number 2 in the directory, getting you nearly 10 followers per hour. Roblox all of a sudden becomes a much better strategy for you with 25 viewers, putting you in the top 10 on the directory, 6.46 viewers per followers per hour, right? Alright, let's change this number to 50. And you can see, as your stream grows over time, you'll earn the right to be able to play bigger and bigger games. So now we have No Man's Sky. If you played No Man's Sky with 50 viewers, you would get yourself roughly 22 followers per hour. Now I don't know if you like that game, but then they got rules of survival. Interesting. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. We actually, because there's only so many viewers, so you've already like graduated this directory because you'd be number one. So they're actually saying, well, yeah, your ceiling is in another game, right? Because you've already graduated Call of Duty Black Ops 2. And as we go higher and higher into the, all right, let's go from 50 to 100. Let's see what the difference is. Alright, all of a sudden you can play FIFA and get 17. You can play No Man's Sky, get the #1 position in No Man's Sky, 53 followers an hour. Whoa. Every hour that you play that game, 53 followers. Imagine what that would do for your channel, right? Roblox, you'd be number 4 in Roblox, getting you 15 an hour. Obviously, you'd be getting 4 times as many followers per hour to play No Man's Sky. And then FIFA, you know, becomes a viable opportunity for you. Alright, let's see what happens when we go from 100 to 200. Let's see how things change. All of a sudden, Fortnite becomes a possibility for you. And maybe if we would have scrolled down on the previous page, we would have saw Fortnite maybe getting you like 10 followers an hour, or like 15. But now, once you get into these good numbers, you can start. That's when it makes sense to play Fortnite for maximum growth. And I bet you we're gonna see PUBG in here too. Rainbow Six Siege, very popular game, 15 followers an hour. If you played Fortnite with 200 viewers, you'd be getting double the amount of followers per hour than you would if you played Rainbow Six Siege. What is this, Gungeon? Enter the Gungeon? I don't know that game. Let's see if we see like PUBG or something. I don't even know if PUBG's... CSGO is in here. You know, you have now earned the right to play more popular games. Or at least play them on Twitch and be found on Twitch without having to bring in your YouTube audience, without having to bring in your Twitter, your Instagram audience, your Snapchat, whatever. You're growing on Twitch organically by playing the numbers game with science and data. Alright, just for fun, let's change that 250 to 5. Let's change this to 500, and I bet you Fortnite's gonna be #1. Wow. Fortnite is not even in a... Why do I not see Fortnite? Huh. Let me make sure I clicked that right. Where... I don't know. I don't know why I don't see Fortnite, but with 500 viewers right now, you'd be #1 in Roblox, getting you 72 followers an hour. You'd be #1 for No Man's Sky, getting you 105 followers an hour. Even though that, I don't think that number correlates with this. There's 190 people viewing, I don't know. Whatever. But, you know, this tool is not perfect, and it's never intended to be. Oh, here it is. For some reason, I don't know if this directory just updated or something. They're saying with 500 viewers, and maybe Ninja got on or something like that, right? Or maybe, you know, a bunch of the big name Fortnite streamers just got on and this changed. But yeah, this would not be a good time to stream Fortnite if you had 500 viewers, because you'd only be getting 18 to 19 followers per hour, as opposed to when we just checked, it was saying like a lot higher than that. But anyway, you can see as your numbers go up, the games that you should be playing for organic, natural Twitch growth changes. But this is just one tool of many. Don't let this be your gospel. Just Use it as a tool to help you make decisions, but don't blindly trust it. It even says right here, this tool is in beta. It should not be a magic bullet to predict Twitch, and it's not. There's definitely flaws with this tool, but I think it is the best tool that you should be using to decide what game you want to play. And like I said before, any game that you play that you don't love, find a game that you like. Find a game that you can deal with, that you can have enough fun to get through a stream. And it's a temporary measure. You can always change games later. But you know, playing your favorite game, if it's a super saturated game, and getting found is just, it's tough. It's incredibly tough. So look at it like a temporary measure, and then once you've achieved your desired numbers, you can switch back to a game that you like a little bit more, and then eventually play only the games that you love because you've earned that right. Well, that's gonna do it here. Thank you for watching JC's Six-ess on Twitch tips. If you're watching this on YouTube, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. It will help more people see this video, and I would appreciate it very much. Well, I will see. Oh, and if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to me on Twitch with a link in the description box below. Y'all have an amazing day.